All right, you guys, I'm so excited to kick this off tonight. It is Wednesday. My name is Laren, and I've been with Isagenix now for 5 years this month. I still can't believe it. It's just so incredible for starters, how fast 5 years goes, but also just so amazing that you can put these products in your body every single day and it just keeps getting better and better. We just love doing these presentations to just give you a glimpse, like a behind the scenes of what it's really like to be a part of network marketing. And Isagenix, we can say it because we're in the company, but even people outside the company think it too. Isagenix is hands down one of the best companies to be a part of, not only in network marketing, but just like in the health and wellness industry entirely. And the fact that we get to show up every week and share this beautiful gift with everybody just makes us feel so good and so empowered. And we just know what we're creating here as a team is just like creating this massive ripple effect in this world to impact people. I love this mission on here because this is truly what embodies like the heart of Isagenix and the heart of our team. Our vision is to ignite all young people, anybody. The start your life is for 18 to 35s, but I'm using those slides, but this is for everybody. People that just want to be young at heart and reverse the aging process for life, but to own their lives physically and financially, and through our contribution, create freedom and a lasting legacy. And when we think of legacy, Michelle and I were actually just talking about this yesterday. Everybody has a different version of what legacy truly means to them. And for us, it's like our team is called the Legacy Lifestyle. Isagenix is about building a legacy, building something that you can actually not only just pass down for generations to come within your family, but a legacy of how are you showing up in this world every single day? How are you impacting people in this world every day? From literally standing in line with somebody at the coffee shop and how you make the barista feel to the next leader that joins our team, all of you. Like, it is about how are we creating impact? What do people say about us? And how can we change people's lives through the power of this gift with Isagenix? And that is why we have asked you to be here tonight, so that you can really hear why we're so passionate. I, of course, just want to address, like, we're going to show some results and just talk about our success stories. But, again, like whether it's weight loss or burning fat or creating a residual income, results are always going to vary. It's always based on like everything in this world. The harder you work and the more you put into it, the more results you're going to get. So we always just want to be compliant and just put that out there that results can vary for everybody. It's how hard you work. So to kick this off, I'm so excited to introduce Michelle. Michelle's going to share her story, so I won't say too much, but we always say it's not the people that you're necessarily going to start with, but it's the people you meet along the way. And I wouldn't have known her if it weren't for Isagenix, it weren't for this opportunity, it weren't for where she's at in her life, and to truly trust that the right people show up at the right time. And so, Michelle, I just want to have you introduce yourself and really just share your journey and what made you say yes to Isagenix.
Sure. So my name is Michelle Washington, and I met Laren at another event, not by accident, because I don't believe there's accidents. And so her and I are in the same place, same time. I was just, I think, midway through my certification as a health and wellness coach. And we kind of had a brief conversation, and she said, let's sit down, let's have a conversation. So we did, and obviously I'm making this very short so because of time, but Laren and I sat down, had a conversation. At the time I met Laren, my boyfriend at the time had cancer, and so for me, I think health and wellness was really important at that time, because it was his journey, it was my journey, it was my transition. There was so much happening for me at that time. I was going through training to be a health and wellness coach. So just meeting with Laren, it kind of said to me, I was kind of pretty much aligning myself in the arena that I needed to be in. So fast forward several months. I've been with Isagenix now, just to kind of give you, it's been probably about 9 months now. When I first started, the first 2 months, I was put back on the back burner just because of the things happening in my personal life. Jumping forward 8 months now, Isagenix has kind of solidified what it is I needed to do. For me, it was, I had my own health and wellness journey, my boyfriend's health and wellness journey. And then now that I've moved past all of that, the transition with Isagenix into my health and wellness coaching has completely helped me work with my clients. And I say that because for me, I didn't know how I was going to weave things together, because I wanted it to be more than just food, about diet. I wanted it to be a lifestyle. So when Laren and I met, we talked about the legacy lifestyle. I wanted to leave a legacy, and not just for my daughter, not just for my family. I wanted to leave something that impacted other people in a way that they then could make a ripple effect. Mm-hmm. And so for me, that was health and wellness, because I don't think people really understand what wellness was. And I wanted to make it bigger than just food. I wanted to make it bigger than people thinking that it started there. That's why I like Isagenix. It encompasses everything. So the people that we link arms with, the leaders that are here, it just really embodied what it was that I wanted to share with other people. And this was the best way to do it. So not only are the products fabulous, because literally, can I just say, I think I've tried more and more and more and more. You don't realize that's what you're going to do. But that's how good the company is, because some places you get involved with, you have one or two products that work, and then that's all you do, and then you really don't do anything. But the biggest part about Isagenix for me was because I've been in an arena where somebody needed Isagenix for, something that arthritis, or, the Isagenesis actually kicks in for them. And just a small story on that. Both of my parents just had to have, my dad had knee surgery, and then my mom had back surgery. I put them both on Isagenesis. And so that just tells you right there that's one product that I could use for them. Then I had another friend who, she is looking to get more muscle tone. And so I put her on the AMP product. So there were so many different arenas that I could use, that I didn't have to just stick to one thing, that whatever it was for them, I was designing their wellness, because everybody is bio-individual. And so I know I'm all over the place, but that's just because there's so much with Isagenix.
I'm gonna come back to you on those products, like toward the end of this too. We're gonna revisit that products, because I want you to dive a little bit deeper into Isagenesis for people, because you guys are so new on here, and hearing everyone's journey so different, and you're probably like, what are these products? But we'll get to that too. But just know exactly what she said is like, less is more. We start people so simple with this, and then it's like it grows from there. For me, what I love too about this is everybody's story is so different and where they're at. If you were on Sunday night with us, Cody is so different than Michelle, who's so different than me. We're all here for one impact, to just truly help people's lives. For me, like, I didn't know anything about network marketing. I just had, I was running a huge salon at the time, and I was suffering from a lot of food allergies and a lot of stomach issues for years. I was living on 2 4-shot lattes every day and exhausted, like trying to run this company, have enough energy to like manage 100 people, and was working 80 hours a week, and I was exhausted. And it was a stylist that actually introduced it to me. And I said yes, because she was like, will you do this 30-day cleanse with me? And she was like, had just gone through this like trauma in her life. And I was like, sure, I'll support you, and I need it. And it was within 2 weeks, like it changed my life. And what I realized was, when you have a lot of stress in your life, you start to really show up as not the best version of you. And I was reactive to stress. I was cranky. I was moody. I was just not this amazing leader that I always that I was. It just started to get worse. And I was like, oh, I don't like who I'm becoming, and I don't like how I'm feeling. And when people started to see that shift within a couple of weeks, it changed everything for me. And I was like, okay, there's something to this. And my body just started to come back to life. And I felt, we joke all the time, everyone, you're going to hear this a lot, like, it's like swallowing a rainbow. It's like a light switch turns on within you. And I just naturally started sharing with people, because that's what we do, you guys. We're in the social era. Like, we share and share and share because we believe in things, right? And we're in this world of like connecting people to opportunities, to products, to things. And that's what happened. And then all of a sudden, money started rolling in for referrals, because Isagenix pays you for referrals. And we're going to talk more about that. But that's what really clicked for me. And I was like, okay, something is to this, that I want to learn more. But we want to just ask you, like, even just listening to us, we know your mind's already going, and maybe some of it you can relate to, or maybe some of it you can't yet relate to, or it's starting to be like, okay, I want that. So why are you here? Like, somebody introduced this to you, or you saw it on our social media, or we've talked to you before, or you're going to watch the recording from this. But is it something that you're like, I know I'm at a place in my life where like enough is enough and I want more. I'm ready to just shed the weight. It's holding me back from so many things. Or maybe you're exactly like where I was, and the stress is just you're not showing up as the best. And you're realizing like the more that you feel that you're better, like the better you feel, the better you're going to give to other people. So how are you showing up every day? And are you at a place where you're like, no, she's right. Like I need to make some changes because this isn't the road that I want to be on. Or maybe you're like me too, where like you were financially stressed and it is keeping you up at night. Like we can't even tell you how many people can't even sleep because of the financial stress right now. We have more opportunity right now than ever to build businesses from every way possible. Then why are people struggling so bad? Why are people financially stressed so bad? So why are you here? Because now is the time to make that shift. This is the perfect opportunity, and we call it the perfect storm. It's exactly like I said, like look at the industrial area. It was all about building things, and the social area now is all about connecting things. So it's like when you can understand the power of this opportunity and being able to build a business online, be able to build a business with Wi-Fi, be able to build a business with literally a product that you're obsessed with because it did exactly what we're sharing, where it lights you up from the inside out. There's nothing like that. Michelle, for you, like what was that turning point that when you have a background where you've already tried network marketing? So what made you be like, okay, Isagenix is different. The legacy lifestyle team is doing it differently. Like what helped you see like, I want to build a business with this?
For me, I think a lot of times, everything's just, it's drilled. It's just, everything's the same. I think what I really liked about this was that Isagenix really kind of gave me an opportunity to see the people that were actually involved, and they were actually doing more with the community, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Even the bigger section of it. So like the company itself and the leaders that I've been working with and the team members that I have next to me, that was huge for me, for it to be a community, because mm-hmm. I think that's how you grow. And so I think that was kind of shown to me. And for me, that's actually what kind of brought me on, because I think when you're starting a business and you get involved and you want to move forward with that side of it, you want to know how people are as people that you're actually setting yourself up next to. And so that was really huge for me because, we represent each other. And so, and the company is that as well. So that was huge for me. And so that's kind of why I ended up locking arms.
Absolutely. And right now, like, what do you feel like an extra, like all the residual income, what do you feel like it can do for your life?
Oh, what it has done.
Yeah.
Because, I think for me is that it allows me to help my daughter do certain things that I wouldn't have been able to help her do. It's given me the opportunity to take more trips because that was what my goal was. I wanted to be able to take more trips. But what I'm building it bigger for is that I do want to step away from a 9-to-5 so that I can do the laptop lifestyle. That is ultimately my goal. And then ultimately the other side of that too is I want to be able to give back. I want to have the residual side of it so that I can set up, my best friend and I have this great, huge impact that we want to make for young women. And so we do want to be able to set that up so that we can teach them, because there's not a lot out there that teaches young women how to do what we are doing. And they shouldn't have to wait so long before they actually are able to do that. And so we want to teach them financial freedom. And so by learning this, by doing this, it's giving me that extra money to be able to set aside things to be prepared for as I move forward with that. So that's huge.
Yeah, I love that. And the company is so massive with contribution and just giving back, even with all the fires in Australia, like even just that alone, like we've donated so much money, and being able to like, for you, like actually give back in that way too, for that, like there's so many different avenues for it. So I love that. The slide says millennials, but I think this is for everybody right now. You guys, like we said, there's like a massive epidemic of people just financially stressed. They need side hustles. Before it was like something that people wanted. Now it's something that people absolutely need. Like you literally can't keep going if you don't have a side hustle. And what's happening though is people are, renting their house out to Airbnb. They're driving for Uber. They're doing all these things that are amazing and are great opportunities for their family, but they're also still trading time for money. And what's happening too is people are seeing this massive trend on social media where people can create their own business, and they're launching courses, or they're launching different types of platforms, or they're becoming consultants, but they're still trading time for money. And so many people, like Ursula and I had this conversation today, so many people are going into real estate because they're seeing it as an opportunity to make extra money versus actually saying, okay, how do I create money and income first to then build and turn into like investing in real estate that's going to create even more. So when we look at that, it's like we to educate people all the time. Are you in a position that's more linear, or are you in a position that's building more passive, residual, long-term income? So people are thinking, okay, I can go and have these jobs, or I can create this consulting company, but it's still like when that job is up, when that consulting is up, your money is still done. So how do we teach people to like put your foot on the gas, build something for so long? We say, put your foot on the gas with this opportunity for 3 to 8 years and it will set you free. How can you truly commit to this and be like, I have a massive impact for health and wellness. I have a huge, want to just help people and be a part of that shift for people's lives. But I also want to create that side hustle. I want to create that income that's going to keep paying me long after the work that I've done. A great example I heard the other day that I really want to talk about too is the power of Uber really fast. When Uber first started, I remember you used to get the $10 cards that you used to be able to give to your friends, and you'd get a $10 back every time that person took their free ride. That's how Uber was built. And I remember that, like, this was, I don't even know how many years ago, but we were giving those out all the time, right? Imagine if Uber had been built as a network marketing company. Imagine all of these years, every time those people that you originally gave that $10 to, every single time they took a ride, you were getting paid 10% on that. I mean, I can't even fathom how that would have that could change the world right now, the way that it's built. That's the power of network marketing, is you are gifting something forward to someone that you know is going to help them in some way. And it creates a compound effect. Look at your life right now over the next year. When you really have a compound effect, like if you made small changes every single day to your health, imagine where you'd be in 1 year from now. But like if you're like, okay, I'm going to give up this happy hour and I'm going to go work out. Okay, I'm going to get up 10 minutes earlier. I'm going to read this personal development book. That compound effect over and over would radically change your life. But imagine the other way, that you decide not to go to the workout and you decide to drink that extra glass of wine, or decide to sleep in a little bit longer, or decide to trade in it for another habit. That would, in a year from now, you'd probably wake up 10 pounds heavier and still feeling stuck in your life. So when you can look at the same things of like the power of compounding, the power of your life, that is true physical and financial freedom when we can apply it in the right direction. What's happening when we talk about people wanting to build their own business, whether it's a brick and mortar on the corner or somebody showing up online, creating an online business, for starters, like, one, it's lonely. You don't have support. You don't have this amazing community that Michelle was talking about. You have to do all of your accounting, your legal, your HR. You have to do your startup costs. You have to do your marketing, your advertising. It's exhausting. And, you guys, I started with my product story, but like before this, I was running a $6 million company and they offered me ownership, and I turned it down for network marketing because I knew, I'm like, I don't want to manage 100 people. I want to impact thousands of people. I want to create a ripple effect. I don't want to wake up and be making 6 figures a year when I have an opportunity over here to be making 6 figures a month. Either way, life is happening. Either way, the time is happening, and it's going to keep getting faster and faster. So what are you willing to invest now for a greater future? What are you willing to like sacrifice or put the time in, or surround yourself with the right people in the right community, the right support, and the right tools and the right systems to be able to create this insane life of freedom? Like today even, I know it's not a freedom example, but like Chris and I spent the time at the car dealership and I didn't have to do the job, and I could answer things up there, and I could spend the whole afternoon with my boyfriend. Like, it's just little things like that that I take for granted, that I'm like, so many people that are at a 9 to 5 that they don't love with would kill for this right now, to have that flexibility and freedom. And when you look at Isagenix gives us that. They give us the location independence to have our own company and be able to work from anywhere. I can't tell you how many 20-year-olds are living in Bali building a business because they can. Or people that are having babies being able to retire their spouse so their spouse can be at home with them during that time. Or other people that want to transition out of their job and have their second act, like Michelle, and go on to the next thing that they've been passionate about all these years, and the opportunity is now presenting itself. Or people that are like getting replaced by younger generation from their corporate companies, and they're panicking because they have this amazing lifestyle that all of a sudden they can't afford. Everybody needs this. Everybody needs a side hustle. And when we can say, you're already eating, so why not consume the best of the best organic nutrition? You're already spending money and you need a side income. Why not partner the two and be able to combine the two and create the life of your dreams? The other thing too is Isagenix covers everything, you guys. They don't put any money into advertising or marketing or anything. They put it all back into the company. So they're like, we want to give back to the consumers that are using our product every single day. We want to provide for them and create jobs and create this life for them because they're showing up and helping do the marketing. All we have to do, you guys, is show up and market the product. We have to care about people and love on people, like all of you that are on this call right now that are curious, that you're like, is this for me? You all probably have people in your life that you're like, I love these people and I want to pay this forward and help them too. The other thing is it's so much fun to just get creative and create content and market it. It's completely low risk. Like I said, Isagenix does everything for you. They've already done the hard part for you. You even get a website already pre-done for you. You get a team, you get mentorship, you get a support. Everything is done for you. Michelle, what is your favorite thing about our team?
Everybody's it's diversity.
Yes.
And so you get to learn a lot from everybody. The good part about it is that when you start a network marketing company, people come from everywhere. So they have different skill sets, different backgrounds. And just imagine that you don't know how to do something, but because you're linked with this team, that person does. And so now you can help them out for free. I mean, it's just that building those networks that you have and they become your friends. That's probably the best thing, is the diversity.
Absolutely. Well, and I love what you said. Like, you don't have to have a college degree. You don't have to have all this money. You don't have to have connections. Like, show up as you are and just work harder than the next person and care harder than most people, and you're going to succeed with this. It's all from the heart. And it's just so powerful when, and the way we're built, if you know anything about network marketing, is anyone can outdo anyone. I enrolled Michelle, but Michelle could easily bypass me if she worked harder. It's like, it doesn't matter. It's like everybody is their own boss, their own CEO. They have their own business and they can go at their own speed and their own rate. Yes, we impact each other and completely help each other. And it is financially connected in such beautiful ways, but it is 100% in your control, which is powerful. Okay, so we won't go too much into this, but because we've really thrown Isagenix into a lot of this. What I want to say though is we are global. We're in I think 8 or 14 countries at this point, and over 17 years strong. So even people are like, I want to see someone else's results first. We have result after result after result. I lost over 25 pounds and kept it off for 5 years. We have endless stories, and we're going to show you some transformations, but the results are there. The company is over and over and over. It just keeps getting better. We have the top scientists in the world that have just completely changed the game of health and wellness and are creating innovative products constantly. I'm mind blown, and you're going to hear about a couple of those products in a second. But the biggest thing that I want to stress is that we are privately owned. Most companies, a lot of big ass companies now, are publicly traded. We are privately owned by a family. And this family, our founders, Jim and Kathy Cooper, you guys, were in retirement. Imagine being in your 50s and in retirement because you already built multi-million-dollar companies and you're like, I am taking a step back, and they were tired of network marketing from all these companies doing it wrong. And when John Anderson, that founded is a master formulator that created all of our formulations, partnered with them and was like, let's do this. They came out of retirement to change this world. And 18 years later, they are still showing up in the office every single day. And now their son, Eric Coover, who's like in his 30s, is really like taking the next generation of this company. Like, it is so powerful to see where we're going, and the power of also the sustainability, if that's important to you. We are becoming one of the most sustainable companies over the next couple years, which is huge. Okay, Michelle, I want you to go back to, you talked about a couple products, but will you just briefly talk about the power of Isagenix and why Isagenix is one of your favorite products?
Okay, so without actually going into the nuts and bolts of it, because I only know what it does for me. Well, no, I take that back. So Isagenix is, I call it a vitamin, and I use it because it's cellular support. It's kind of like cleaning the inside of your body out in layman's terms, basically. And so it adds to your cell. It's kind of like your shoestring, basically. It's your DNA, and you have a shoestring. At the end of your shoestring, there's a little cap on the end of it. And so as we start to age, and our DNA starts to replicate, those will start to shorten. And if you think about a shoestring cap, once that comes off, the shoestring starts to fray. And so that's just basically what's happening to your body. And so the Isagenix is actually helping repair that. And so I love it because, number one, I'm older and mature. So it's helping with all the things that I don't want other people to see, whether it's fine lines or that kind of thing for me. And like I said earlier, I had it, I kind of shared it with my mom and dad because they were having some ailments as we age. And for them, my dad started having some knee issues. Again, like I said, I had him start taking it before he had knee surgery. It actually increased his recovery time, so he recovered a lot faster. Then my mom just had back surgery. So I'm having her take it as well because she saw how well it did for my dad, and she wanted to make sure she was on it while she was going through her process. So it's kind of a trickle-down effect. And so Isagenix is obviously really one of my best ones too. And I had another friend who, and not saying this is for everybody, I'm not saying this works for everybody in the same way, but I had a friend who had some high blood pressure. So we put him on that, and that kind of helped manage that for him too. Obviously some other things he had to do as well, but that was huge. So Isagenix has been probably the best for my family and for my friends at this time.
I love that. One of the other core products we really get people started with is the shakes, this photo on here. We really believe, like as a team, less is more. That when you start with the core foundation of your products and truly look at it as a lifestyle and say, okay, these are what I want to really commit to for long-term health, to reverse the aging process in my body so that when I wake up in 5 years, I look better and feel better in 5 years and not feeling like I always have to keep starting over. These two core products are the shake and the Isagenix, are our core foundation of what we truly believe. And the shakes, you guys alone, like have 23 minerals that your body doesn't get from food alone. And your body needs minerals to process energy and to truly function. So when you start with a shake every single morning and you're getting those minerals in and you're getting that high protein in, and we have 3 or 4 different options of different types of shakes, from keto friendly to higher protein to lower protein, low carb, things like that. There's something for everybody. And then that's where we look at it as building endurance. We don't say, okay, you're going to go to CrossFit tomorrow and you've never worked out and you're going to go back every day for 30 days. Like, no, so that's why we're not going to start you with all these overwhelming products. We're like, less is more. Start small and then let's weave things in. So then over the next couple months after that, that's where we're really like, you know what? We've been cleanse juice. I'm cleansing today with our peach mango cleanse juice. Game changer. It's insane. And that's like you're flooding your cells with 200 superfoods and burning out toxins and fat at its deepest level. Like superfoods like aloe vera juice for internal healing, or licorice root, which is anti-inflammatory. I've always said, I wish somebody could just pop me and deflate me. That's our cleanse juice. And then same thing with Ionix. Ionix Supreme is another game changer that is such a staple in people's house because it's adaptogen to balance out your central nervous system so you adapt to stress. So people that are constantly on coffee, like I used to be, it's this high and low. That's why I'm like at this high state and low state. And then alcohol is like more of a depressant. Adaptogens keep you completely balanced. So people are like, I feel so good. I feel so calm. I feel so balanced. And then like she talked about earlier, our Nitro is our pre-workout. We have post-workout. We have the Bia energy drink. We have something for everybody. And that's the beauty of this is even probiotics. When you commit, you're like, okay, I want to commit to the minimum products. I want to commit to these staple products and make this my core foundation of wellness for the rest of my life or for however long, because you're going to feel so good, you're never going to want to stop. But when you weave that into your life, you're just reallocating your spending. You're saying, okay, I'm going to substitute these groceries for this, and I'm going to start to feel better. I'm going to commit to this as a lifestyle. Here are some transformation photos that we just love. Like, these are real people, you guys, real results. From people who've lost 5 pounds to people who've lost well over 100 pounds. We had someone on stage at our event that lost well over 400 pounds that we got to celebrate. We have the 100-pound club for people. We have moms that just want to lose the 10-pound baby weight. We have men that want to get ripped and have like a 12-pack. We have women that want a 12-pack. We have something for everybody, but it's like, what is your goal? Like, what is going to make you feel good at the end of the day? And it might not be a weight loss goal. It could be energy. You could just want to wake up with energy and not feel exhausted and run down every day. You could want to run it like a marathon and be training for endurance. I had a girl that's signing up tomorrow because she's running a marathon this year. Every goal is so different, but the beauty of this is it's customized to you. Your body's going to respond based on what you need it to. And then you have all of us to keep you accountable and keep you supported, because that's what matters. Accountability matters. If you try to do this by yourself, you'll have results. But when you have a team and accountability and support, you're going to rock this. We also have the Isabody Challenge that when you commit for 16 weeks, you're going to get $200 in free product back. And if you win like 25 grand. Like, that's insane. Thomas right here, I don't know if it's Thomas or Tomas, but I remember him from the Isabody Challenge. He was celebrated at one of our events, and look at those results. Like, it's insane. So we're like, stay with it, be consistent, commit to your goals, and watch what happens. This year we're doing right now we're in our 21-day reset, and it's all about, we're calling it expect the unexpected, because that's our goal for you this year in 2020. You have this 2020 vision, and you woke up on January 1st and you probably wrote down a list of goals and resolutions. Well, I challenge you to change it from resolutions to evolution. How do you want to evolve this year to the next level? How are you going to push yourself and challenge yourself and commit to being like, I want to grow in this area. I want to become my best in this area. I want to create more for my life, and more is okay. Well, what if you had that mindset? Like Michelle and I did an event last December called The Expect Effect. What if you transition your mindset to expecting the best, expecting these products are going to work and they're going to work, expecting you're going to get the results, expecting that you're going to lose that 20 pounds once and for all, and you're going to keep it off, expecting that like people are just showing up in your pathway that want these solutions too, and you're able to refer this and create financial abundance, expecting that freedom is like coming to you every day and that you're changing your life this year. So that's our goal for you, is like expect the unexpected. Michelle, do you want to say any more about that?
I just want to say that, yeah, absolutely. Mindset is huge. And I was just going to say, we have products like, if you think about it, everybody's at a different place. So if you're on here, whatever that reason is, we're glad you came. The other part of that is it could be a mindset. It could be weight loss. It could be financial freedom. But the thing about Isagenix is that it offers all of it for you. And so that's just the one thing I wanted to say, because, you know, you can see all the transformations and you're like, probably like, well, maybe that's not for me. Well, okay, well then there is something here that we can help you find. And I think that's why I really love this team is that we find where you are. Where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. And you're on this call because you're interested. Something in your gut moved you to be on this call. And we are so thankful that you're here. But now's the time to really ask yourself what it is that now you can do. Don't let that stuff in your head, the negativity, talk you out of it, because that's the part that wants to keep you down. And so that was what I had to go through. And so I kind of understand that. But whatever it is, we have it. If you have any questions, you know, there's always somebody that can answer it. And I think that's really what drew me to Isagenix and this team and the leaders and everybody that surrounds it, because it's not about just move. It's about, where are you? How can we help?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We'll end on that. Go back to the person that sent you if you're like, now is the time. It feels right. It's the time. So go back to whoever sent you this or whoever sent you the recording, and we're just so thankful for your time. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. It was great.